Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bangers and Mosh, the podcast that will not be dismayed. I'm Jimmy,
And I'm Daz.
and today we're stoked to be joined by Mr. Joe Nally from URNE. Mate, cheers for hanging with us this evening, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I bloody love that little pun there, straight in there. No mucking about, in
Nah,
there.
no, mate, straight off the back. No messing about. Um, so, dude, as we're recording this on Friday evening, Setting Fire to the Sky is officially out in 2 weeks. You must be foaming at the gills to get this out there now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think getting closer to the time, like you kind of like the weird thing is we've been sat on this one for ages,
Mm.
and if it come out when it was sort of originally ready, well, I mean, we would have had two albums out in less than 18 months, I think. So we've sat on it, but you kind of think, fucking hell, we've had it for ages. And it's the Earn record I've listened to the most. I don't usually listen to anything I've done. I know a lot of artists are like it, and know others aren't. But this one I listen to because for fun. I'm like, cool. Like the buzz I used to get, like putting on fucking whatever Countdown to Extinction or Puppets or whatnot growing up. That
Yeah,
buzz, I would listen to it every day. I feel like that with this. I'm like, fucking hell. And there's certain moments I'm like, oh, do the old rewind and get that running again, get that
yeah,
last that
yeah,
15
man.
seconds. And I'm buzzing for people to hear it because I mean the response, because you don't know what people think, and you start doing press, and then you got the press people going, well, this is the best thing you've done. This is different from everything else. You get your mates who you might play a few things to, they go like, yeah, mate, this is different. And you start people you've made friends with in sort of in bigger bands, you send it to them and then they come back and it's like fucking hell. Jean-Michel from Gajira sent us a message, was like, fucking hell.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck? And it was funny because their sort of one of their managers messaged and was like, Jean Michel's flipping out over this album. And then Johan, who mixed it, was like, I was just walking off my bus and Jean Michel's at the front shaking his head. He's like, what's the matter? And he's like, the new URNE album, it's fucking phenomenal. And Johan's like, yeah, I know. And he said, I just walked off. So you get things like that, and you're like, we've got a good one here.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and then things like the 2 nights ago, Chris Kontos from Burn My Eyes, Machine Head, messaged me and was like, I want that new album. And
Oh my God.
Fucking hell,
yeah.
man.
And Chris Kontos is one of the greatest people you will ever fucking meet.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he's like the top lad. And we hit it off. But for him to reach it and to give a shit,
Yeah.
and he's like, I loved your last one. But I'm like, well, I know he'll love this one from the metal side of things. The guy likes a hell of a lot of music. And I'm like, fuck me, mate. I was like, but first time I met him, I was like, I fucking used to die for you in the playground when people used to say Dave McClain was better. I was like,
You remember that, son?
yeah, I
Catching
was just
strays
like,
in the playground, mate.
yeah, I used to die for you, mate. So, yeah, never let that go. So, yeah. So I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing for people to hear it because I know, and it's easy to say about your own thing. And I like to pride myself on being a pretty down to earth, sort of humble guy. But I feel this is fucking. I know this one's. I know this one's a good one.
Oh, mate.
And I'm like,
100%.
and I sort of look around. Like we're a UK band who aren't a part of the UK scene. It's fucking. I don't know how it's happened. Only Orange Goblin, the only band who ever want to go out with us. And I don't quite know what's happened. I think I'm probably too much of a gobby bastard. But I look around and I think we've done all right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
big
mean?
time.
Yep.
So I feel, but maybe I'm wrong. People might listen to it and go, "No, you're chatting shit, mate."
Mate, let me say, right, this album, this is an album now that sits shoulder to shoulder with the Gojiras and the Mastodons of this world. That's how fucking good it is. Like,
Right.
it's funny you mentioned Gojira because to me, this feels like when they went from the Way of All Flesh to L'Enfant Sauvage.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, like your album and L'Enfant have got that like air of sophistication about them, that little bit of
Yeah.
classiness about them, that like, do you know what I mean? It's like the
Yeah.
albums before, your album before and The Way of All Flesh are both fucking great. But
Like creme de la month in it, isn't it?
these are just like that step above with that little touch of class about them. That's from my ears listening to this promo when it came through. Like I've rinsed this a bunch, man, since it came out, and it is 100% your best record and most accomplished to date. No question.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Good. That can be the end of this now. Cheers.
Yeah, see ya.
Fishing for compliments. Fucking.
Hook line, and sinker, mate. It's done. I want to touch on your vocals. Like, as a vocalist, Joe, like this is your most powerful, commanding, but definitely the most diverse performance to date. Like, you're like leaning into that melodic side a lot more as well. Is that something you've really worked on over the last, like, the two albums since Earn came about?
Well, so I've learned. So I learned to scream by going to gigs when I was a kid and going to football, watching football, just shouting, right?
Yeah.
Whatever, you fucking.
Yeah.
And I won't say no more. And I problem is now, I think what's happened is and people are learning how to scream, whatever you want to call it, shout, whatever, by watching people on YouTube. So they're all sounding the same.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're whispering. There's no bollocks to it. Now, I did it the wrong way. And what happened, the voice, I shout loud. I'm pretty fucking loud and I'll go for it. But what started happening after Feast and Sorrow, I started to feel a bit tired. And I thought, I need to correct this. I need to sort some stuff out. And I took about 4 singing lessons just to correct posture, sort of where to put my head in that, and to help with whatever, singing, normal singing. And big thing for me, I'm a big, big soul fan. Like, I've got Sam Cooke behind me there. And I listen to those vocalists singing more than I will do to probably a metal band singing.
Yeah.
So, if anything, I lent a bit into what those guys and girls would do for their vocal lines and maybe the power, and try and make it sound a bit warmer. You get the guys who can the guys like Wilson Pickett who can really fucking give it some, like almost like shouting. I can't do that, but I can try and add that kind of warm texture to it. So through kind of helping my voice, I didn't learn by watching some geezer shouting in on YouTube. This is how you do it, and everyone's just going like,
Yeah.
I find it so shit. But okay, going back, we recorded with Joe. You know Joe's voice. He lets his accent come through.
Oh, yeah,
No one else sounds like him. He's got a weird French-American accent, and it adds this wicked sound to it. Growing up, you had Jesse Leach. Jesse Leach sounded like Jesse Leach. Byron from God Forbid sounded like Byron, a big fucking huge black dude, powerful. Howard Jones, next level. Brian Fair sounded like they each had their identity. Now, I don't know I'm not feeling it. Because you're singing, you're so tall.
Yeah.
People are so taught now. I'm like, where's the passion?
Yeah.
Where's the thing that made you want? And look, find your. If you're going to be a screamer, find your voice. Go in a practice room, just shout and shout. That's what you might sound like. Then try and learn how to kind of add to it and correct it to make it comfortable. But for me, that's what I did. And so on this album, there's much more vocally heavy stuff. But on the last album, there's that real shout, trying to bring the accent through.
Yeah.
Like, try not to. I find it weird when they shout, and I'm like, well, why do you sound like you're American? You're from fucking Guildford. Or I find it odd. I just don't. And people like making it sound like theatre, and I'm like doing all these weird slurs, and I'm like, whatever. It's just not my thing, and I think that's probably. I don't know. I just know what I like. But I just worked on it. I just worked on what I needed to work on. But I still want it to sound like me, and I think it does. And I worked hard on it, and but I just had to sing more because I knew, I'm not getting younger, and I want to do this. But I always knew I could sing, but I've never sung so well. But what it does, it adds another layer, it adds another texture. Angus has started doing backing screams, right? And I know when it's him, and it makes me laugh. Now we've got Curtis on guitar, he's not on this album. He didn't write. He didn't play. He's of that level. He's a joke, and we've known him for ages. His best friend's Fez in Loathe, and we've known them two since they were kids. He is ridiculous, and I'm like, fucking hell, I can't wait. But he can sing. He can do any harmony. I'm like, oh, I'll do that. I'll do this and that. So we're adding. We're always adding kind of techniques.
Yeah.
And but that's what I think dealing with the vocals, just trying to still be myself, but trying to improve in every area.
Oh, dude, it's 100% paid off because there's like the hooks on here are the strongest you've ever written, and like when there's so much music coming out now all the time, like hooks are the things that draw people back to records, and they like you have to have them. Otherwise, well, for me, I have to have them. Otherwise,
Yeah.
otherwise, I'm not going back to a record, mate, if it's not something that an earworm I want to hear over and over again. So, yeah, man, like hats off. It's by far the best you've produced, no question. You mentioned Angus as well, mate. The riffs and the lead work on here are like you're talking modern metal guitarist now. He's in the fucking conversation now in that top tier, like no question.
Mate, honestly, like, and this is where I fucking hate to go down that route. He's so good. He's the most humble geezer you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
It's insane, right? He's such a lovely bloke. He's such a good songwriter. There's blokes who can do all the shred and whatnot, but Angus, like the solo to Weeping to the World, it's just like sort of like the 80s, sort of sounds like yacht rock meets like whatever fucking Richie Sambora.
Yeah, there's loads of fucking blues
Yeah.
influence, and it's so soulful his playing.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, I do, and I hate to say it, right? Sometimes I think if that's a young, handsome white lad, there'd be a different thing.
Yeah, I hear you, mate.
He's had his one interview about being a guitarist in all his time.
That's fucking criminal, isn't it?
Yeah, one.
Mate,
We'll
we'll
have him.
fucking
We'll have
he's
him.
welcome on here
Yeah.
anytime, mate, because
Yeah.
I would love to pick his brains about his playing. So fucking
He's so he'd love it because he's so humble. But it's funny, Curtis, he sits there sometimes and Angus is like, "What are you doing?" And Curtis is like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this and that." But what Angus's strong point is he's a great songwriter. And we like anyone who gets to know him, gets to meet him, you fall in love with him because he's just a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
And he's so funny. And there's nothing better. And I've got mates who come out with us and they're like, I fall in love with the geezer. Just love him. One of our mates at the end of a tour, so I just want to let you know, I love you. And he's like, he's like, it's really nice to know. And he's just like, no, I do. I love you. So, cheers. And I'm like, I get to be in a band with that geezer. Like, that's proper. And I just wish he should be. He's got his ESP endorsement now, which he deserves.
Yeah, beautiful.
They come to see us. Come to see us at Hellfest. And I've got one, but it's not. I ain't got it because of my playing. I've got it because of him. And I'm like, yeah, cheers, Angus, fucking top man. But he deserves it. And I just sit there and I'm like, I see other guitarists getting put out here and there, and I'm like, you're not a touch. And I'll fight for my mate, you know. And I just wish for him, and I know James is the same. Just wish for him because on top of being a great musician, more than anything, he's a top human.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, man. And I like, if there's any justice, by the end of this album cycle, when this comes out, mate, like all of you will be on such a higher plane than you've been operating on to this point. Like, if there's any justice in this world, man, like no question about it.
Let's hope.
So now you've added Curtis, mate. Now, like, we're just going to give your live sound like another dimension in that. Are you now you're playing in sort of front of bigger audiences and stuff? Are you writing with the live show in mind as to how these songs go live? And do you look out for bits where sort of the energy dips maybe in certain songs and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like, what kind of inspired it? We wanted to trim the fat a bit. Now, don't get me wrong. The next one, or the next our album opener is me, an organ, and then I text Angus for the next bit, and all I said was Telegraph Road, Dire Straits. That's all I needed to say. And I'm like, boom, that's how that is it. So it's not going to be the same as it, talking about the next album. But we trimmed the fat a bit. Our manager was like, you need an album now that sounds modern. You had a very organic last two. This one needs to sound modern. Trim the fat. And he was like, still do what you do. But the hardest challenge is writing the short songs. You've got 4 minutes to play with, 5 minutes. People can do whatever. We released a B-side earlier in the year. It was a fun thing. Us and Tim from Avatar. It's very simple. But then when you get to like the Ancient Horizon, honestly, when that song drops in, dan, 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 dan,
it's fucking so good, mate.
Fuck. But writing them short ones is more of a challenge because you've got 4 minutes. What can we do in 4 minutes to make this really step apart from the others?
Yeah.
And it weren't really, but when we went out and we did a short run with Gajira, all of a sudden I'm watching everything they do. On stage, off stage, what their crew's doing, I'm asking the questions. And you start to see things from a different point, you know? And it's, with our songs, it's keeping, there's an energy, there's a cosmic sort of energy, and keeping that going. I was watching them and I think we all got really inspired by that.
Yeah.
That aside, another thing that really inspired the album, not necessarily the music, was Ronnie James Dio and Richie Blackmore. Again, it's not the music, but they're my heroes and their vision. When I listen to things like Stargazer, if I could like stretch Stargazer out and make that into one long album, I'd be fucking happy for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I just look for some heroes. My big thing is, and I don't know about you boys, is with all the people coming through now, don't forget about why we're here. Learn about the history.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
You know, learn about what got us to this point. Go back and listen to Burn, like whatever. Go back and go and learn about your Sabbaths. Go and learn about your Dio era Sabbaths. Learn about just the origins of it. And I feel some people won't even know. And that worries me, you know. And I sit there sometimes and I think, what's mental? Hendrix died in 69. Think about what his guitar sounded like. 7 years later, before it was out, 7 years later, Eddie Van Halen wrote Ain't Talking About Love. It sounds like it's about 30 years in front.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
and I'm like, it's mad to think, like, that's 7 years. That's not that long at all. And I'm like, are we ever going to have that? And I just, for me, I worry. I don't want the sort of legends to die. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people should know about Uriah Heep, hear these great musicians and great singers. And it's a bit of a tip to the hat to them guys, you know. Not musically, but there's lyrically and the visions and some song titles. It's a big tip to the hat. Thanks. Cheers, lads.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful, man. Like, it's such a great sentiment because you're hoping that, you know, however many years' time, when URNE 40, 50 years, the people who are looking back and going, oh, you like, these were the bands that influenced us, do you know what I mean? And these albums now, these great albums that are coming out today don't get forgotten about as well. So
it's an actual really good point that you've made, Joe. And I've had some experience over the last couple of weeks, like putting out some posts on Threads and stuff, and particularly like with metalcore and stuff like that. And it just seems that when you see the shows, you see these old bands playing from like back in the early 2000s, and there's loads of kids there that like know they're all getting up and doing the bits and that. But then I'll put out something on Threads and be like, all right, like 10 best metalcore bands, and it's just like people like, oh yeah, Motionless in White and stuff like that. And it's just like, you're so lazy, you can't be bothered to trace it back to like the original source material. So I feel like it's
mad.
I'm not sure where it's at.
Well, the metalcore thing is terrifying because what metalcore is now is a disaster.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
right? And I sit there and I think, God, think of some of them the metalcore. Like I always go, Shadows Fall, Somber Eyes to the Sky, 1997. Phil
Yeah,
Labonte was on the vocals, and listen to that album. And the production's whatever,
yeah,
but the songs are like 7 minutes, fucking like epics, and
Yeah.
that gets called metalcore
yeah,
because it has some clean singing. And I'd go when people go, "Oh, Urne sort of sound like a metalcore band." I'm like, "What are we on about? Beartooth, or are we on about the good shit?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Mate, exactly,
Yes.
mate.
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
what the problem with all these bands now, I think, Bring Me's there, and all
Yeah,
of them are so far behind, but they're all desperate. They're trying to get the same producer and the same
yeah.
thing. You're not gonna top that band. That band have mastered that.
Mm,
That's why that band are massive. They're brilliant at what they do. And there's so many bands who are trying to do that.
yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. And that's what people call metalcore. And some of the stuff, I'm like, dear me. I'm like, do you even have you? Could you tell me like maybe where did the origins for that from? Of that
Yeah.
band. And what I'm finding now is there's throwback bands doing what they like. There's a couple bands doing like, this is what metalcore sounded like, and some of them are doing all right, but it
Yeah,
sounds like C-rate metalcore, like Diecast. Do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
like Martyr AD. Martyr AD were a bit better. They were just not very big. And I'm like, and all the vocalists who are now doing these metalcore bands who are meant to be a throwback to the 2000, 2001, 2002, all the singers are like yapping singers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're wrong. That's not what it is.
Mm,
You've got it wrong. So yeah, I just think it's interesting, and
it
it
is.
does terrify me what that genre's become. It's become
Yeah.
lazy. It's become lazy.
Yeah, it worries me that that's going to kind of creep into other realms as well. Like what you were saying, like people just don't seem to kind of want to do the like trace it
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Do the
So
groundwork, mate, and
yeah,
it's fucking. I tell you what. Talking of things, this guy, Frankie Miller, right? Listen to this guy's voice, right? He was on one of the early Thin Lizzy records, just doing some backing vocals, and he sang co-lead on a song called "I'm Still in Love with You."
Beautiful song, mate.
But everyone knows the live version, the studio version. Listen to this guy's voice. I think something happened. His voice box got paralysed, and he couldn't speak anymore. But listen to that geezer, Frankie Miller. You could imagine sitting in a room, cigar, whiskey, and just hearing this guy sing.
oh
Give
mate,
that a spin.
nice. Yeah, I'll add that up, bro.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. Just we're just touching on Joe about like your management or whoever were like trim the fat, stream the songs down. I think what you've done is around like what Mastodon did when they went into like once more around the sun, Emperor of Sand and stuff like that. Bran suddenly like he's serving the song and the feels are a little bit less. I feel that's what you've done on this record, like streamlined, but you've still got that earned DNA in the tracks.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And what I will say, it's a fucking heavy album, though.
Oh yeah, it is, mate.
Like when it
100%.
goes,
Yeah, yeah,
when it goes, and it's so pummeling. But when it goes, there's like towards the Harmony Hall, there's like I'm like that's a heavy song. So, but yeah, I totally get what you mean. Streamline it, just I think we were all trying to serve the song, or all trying to serve Angus's guitar, really.
Oh mate, when you got riffs like that, I mean, like they're fucking like Hetfield level, like chuggy fucking riffs, man. And it's like that's my favorite thing when a band blend heaviness with melodies and hooks, and
Yeah.
that's my favorite thing, and that's why this is my favorite thing. So there you go, like really, really as fucking simple as that, mate.
I always go back, in the Disposable Heroes in Master of Puppets.
Oh yeah,
The thing that people don't probably ever talk about, no, it's so heavy. Like Just it's so full on. But that bit was just like, it's like, why am I dying?
Yeah.
I've always taken it that he's singing it like proper,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
not. He's like, why am I dying? He's like shouting it. But I've always heard that as like a melody, even as a kid. And I've always like, and it's the same in Hangar 18. There's like military and
Yeah.
and I've always seen it that he's like really singing, but he's not. He's just doing what Dave Mustaine does. So I love hearing melody or trying to find melody within songs. And that's what I think Ern is on the first album. Serpent and Spirit opens up with that.
Yep.
And that was basically like a bit of a tribute to Thin Lizzy. And it's become a bit of a staple for Ern because it's a fucking great lead from Angus.
Oh, 100%, mate. Yeah, it really is. So you guys recorded with Justin Hill from Sixth, who I actually had a chat with him a couple of weeks ago, mate, on here, him and Mikey. That was quality. What was that experience like? Because like this is an incredible sounding record. Like, fucking
Justin the Hammer Hill.
yeah.
Well, I've known Justin for some years, and he's a lovely geezer, right? And I kept saying to him, I was like, I remember when I was younger and you were Kerrang's heartthrob. He was like, I was never. And I was like, you fucking was. You was, mate. Them little jeans, you were everywhere. But we wanted to make this one much more chilled out. Last time we went to America, the one before was in the middle of nowhere in Wales. This one was like, let's make it closer to home. Did the drums in London, did the bass like near Red Hill, did the guitars and singing at Justin's. And, it's been nice to be able to go home every night and sleep in your own bed and what have you. And it was so chilled. It was so chilled. And he'd be like, I reckon you should try this. I don't know if I can do it. And he was like, you probably can. You probably can. And and if I really didn't want to do anything, he's like, that's fine. That's like chill was the whole kind of mission on like producing and recording this album. And he sings, he shouts 2 lines on Hark and the Waves. So we got him and Troy Sanders, 2 metal icons.
How's that?
And Angus is shouting and I'm shouting. So 3 metal icons and me. It was so chilled, mate, honestly. And I think he smashed it with the production and also the mix. Johan, who mixed it, it sounds massive. Then the mastering, Tony at Fascination Street, it all sounds perfect for what it is. And I know someone was like, "Oh, the snare's too loud." Well, don't fucking listen to metal then.
Fuck off, mate. That snare tone, I said it to Gaz from True Cult Pop. I was like, that might be the best snare tone since Burn My Eyes. The snare tone is fucking incredible, mate. Not to take away from the rest of it, it all sounds great. But when that first crack of the snare came in, I was like, hallelujah, I'm levitating my soul out of my body. Like, whoa.
That was that snare. So James is a drummer's drummer, knows everyone. He used to work at Remedy Drum Shop, which is quite a big iconic thing. The drummer who played for the Damned for like 10, 15 years lent him that snare for the album.
Oh shit.
It's so heavy. Trying to lift it, a snare, you're like, it's like as deep as fuck, right? And you're trying to lift it, and you have to have 2 hands to lift a snare. And yeah, he got lent it by a geezer who just left the Damned, actually. They got the original drummer back, and he lent it to James, and boom, and it sounds so fat. And he uses a company called Dixon for drums.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never heard of them. They are so supportive, it's insane. And the drums and everything, they just sent him a brand new snare for like a Christmas present.
Oh, beautiful.
And the drums are unbelievable. But like James is always looking for something. You've got your big commercial brands, it's like in anything. But he's always looking at what's something unique and a bit different. And he found Dixon. And honestly, the way they support him is unbelievable. But the quality of what the kit is fucking phenomenal. So, but yeah, that snare sound, mate, it's just so fucking punishing.
Yeah, mate. Like a snare for me has to crack Do you know what I mean? It has to it has to crack, and everything about it, mate. Like the bass drum punches you in the chest. Like your bass tone is so fucking fat, just like it's just there with such presence. Do you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
like
Well, the
Angus is
last two albums, I don't think the bass was clear. The
no. I
bass
think
was
this is
there.
definitely the first time you're like, whoa, there it
Yeah,
is,
yeah, I agree.
100%. Yeah, and then Angus's guitar sounds. It's like a classic 80s Metallica fucking you watch like Live Shit Binge and Purge or something. It's got that crunch to it. That's what that guitar reminds me of, like just perfection.
That was a Friedman head. I think it's a very expensive one. He ran through that, I think, maybe a 51, 50, and then like he also put in like the fucking Gajira plug-in or something.
Fuck,
Um,
just to really
yeah,
spice it up.
but the main thing is a Friedman head that he owns. It's very
Beautiful.
expensive, and it fucking sounds like it's very expensive.
Oh, mate, it's such a great sounding record. The artwork, dude, I want to touch on quick. Dan Zollinger is absolutely fucking stunning as well. Were you heavily involved in the design process at all?
Yeah, that was my concept, and
Oh shit, okay.
I like pictures. I'm not very big on, apart from doing band art merch. I don't like. The only other time I'd really used someone was when I was in Hang the Bastard and Daniel P. Carter did artwork for us for an
Yeah.
album, which looks great. But I like pictures. Things that I've done previously with Angus has always been pictures. And my original thing was like, right, we need to get a girl with a fire stick and get her up the top of the Alps. And they were like, going to happen? I was like, helicopter? And they were like, it's not going to fucking happen. I was like, why not?
He
And I was
thinks
like,
he's Rod Stewart.
yeah, yeah. I've got Sylvester Stallone up there filming Cliffhanger 2 in case. And I was just like, why not? And I was like, it's not going to happen. Like, and I was like, fuck. And then they were like, what about this? And I was like, okay, it's a bit different. Let's see. And I literally wrote it all out, what I wanted to see and what have you. And he come back with that, and I was like, need more mountains, more mountains. Right, I need more snow on the mountains. Okay, the fire needs to be more orange. It needs to really pop. The fire needs more flicker coming off of it. Cool. The lady needs to look a bit more determined. She looks more determined. Yeah, no, fucking, I don't know. She needs more jewels. She's got more jewels. Yeah, and I was like, it needs to look more like a horizon in the distance. Yeah, cool, cool. And I think it's fucking. I've got the vinyls through. I think it's really beautiful. I think it's a really beautiful piece of art.
That's worthy,
And
mate.
I
Yeah.
think it's. I really think it stands out. We're doing that thing at Raven Records, and they uploaded the video, and it's all behind them. And I thought, God, that colouring really shines through.
It's the colours, mate. Oh, they
Yeah.
just fucking pop so hard.
Yeah. And when I get the vinyls, if I pulled out a black vinyl on that, I'd be like, oh, but the vinyls are purple and a turquoise, and you pull them out, and you're like, fucking, it looks just a continuation.
Yeah.
And smashed it in the back of the artwork's designed by Daniel P. Carter with a thing that he done. The back of it's like a really beautiful purple, and it's all very gentle, very, very soft colours, and I think it looks. I'm so chuffed that it's ours.
Mate, that's what you want. You don't want a fucking brilliant album let down by like subpar or just like a bit of artwork. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? An album like this has to have
yeah.
artwork like that. So it's the complete package.
Thank you so much, mate. Yeah, no, Dan. I think Dan Zollinger was chuffed. I think he's wanted to do a metal band thing for a while, and then this came up, and seems fucking buzzed. He seems so proud about it.
Yeah, he should
Really
be.
does.
He should be, mate.
Yeah.
It might open the door up for him. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
To do some other bands and that. So,
put you over there. It's got to plug you in for charge.
yeah, no worries, mate. We ain't got much. We only got a couple more for you, dude. So, just quickly, something we've been asking bands recently, mate. How do you guys like? How are you now? You're hopefully earn on that trajectory, man. How are you guys balancing like careers and families and shit like that with booking tours and playing shows and stuff?
Well, James is sort of self-employed, and his work it's good for them. Like he's a drum teacher in a music school,
Oh,
and
nice.
they like that they've got a musician, but he can do stuff working on the road. Like he's also a manager of the school. So if he's not teaching, he does that, so he can do it from the road. And when we're on the road, he's forever taking calls, and it's weird hearing him flip into like businessman or
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Angus. He's like sort of a graphic designer sort of thing for ASOS.
Oh, okay.
But he too can sort of work remote sort of thing. He's looking to move down to where I've moved to in St Leonard's, and he can do that. And I work in a law firm, and it's pretty supportive. I get a good like amount of holidays, and you also get like a thing called like a timeout month where you can just take 1 month off
Oh,
unpaid.
nice.
I'm like, not being funny. If fucking Gajira go, do you want to go out and tour with us for a month? I go, please, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you very much.
Yeah, and so yeah, I've managed it. So I've managed it well enough so far.
Yeah.
And when hopefully as time comes when it gets busier and busier, and the thing is what you got to do. All the touring, you got to stick by each other. You get bands who go out and they fucking hate it, and I'm like, why are you doing it?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
get
yeah.
other bands who go out and people don't talk, but we love it. And when we have a day off, we're like planning all the tourist stuff. Always go out for a quality meal. Always go out for a quality meal at night. Find something to do as entertainment after that. And we love. If we pull up and we stayed the night, we're in Munich and we're playing Munich that night. I'm like, right, let's get up, let's get around the city. And we love being with each other. And it's weird. Like me and James, we had to work on our relationship because we're very alike in so many ways. But James is a really nice guy, and I can be a little bit of I've got something to tell you, and But we worked hard on a relationship. First thing I'm like, James, you want to join the band? Oh yeah, cool. Right, we're playing 2 festivals. One's in a stadium, and then we're going to New York in 7 weeks. And I think it was a lot for him, and I think he was like, oh, but we worked on it, and I fucking love the geezer. Like, we care a lot about each other, like our family. I've known James for years, and it's beyond the band thing. We're about each other as people and as families and what have you. And when it's like that, honestly, I left the Orange Goblin tour. I was fucking gutted. I was like, oh, we got Curtis out for the first time, who's blended in. It's like he's been there for years. And I'm gutted. When we did the Gavel Attack thing, it was like the end of Stand By Me. Like, I was fucking, where is everyone? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, and everyone's fucked off. I'm the one who's died. And and I just like, I messaged Angus and I'm like, you home yet? And he's like, oh, I'm still sat outside, mate. And I'm like, oh, you look after yourself. But I love it. So I'm very fucking lucky. And our driver, merch guy, he's fucking brilliant. My mate Greg comes out and does the content. He looks like a model, so we take the piss out of him. He turned up a big pair of tennis shoes, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Fuck. What are they, mate?" And he's like, "What?" So he's fucking got rid of them. So we didn't think you were bringing the flight cases.
Hey, where's my flippers?
Yeah, he should, mate. I tell you, when they come in, and he's turned up wearing a black trainers, black trousers, white socks. And that was like, whoa, MJ.
Oh, I fucking
yeah, and he can't do it. And only us. He's a stunning looking geezer. And he's like, he's like falling apart. He's like, I don't even know if I like coming out with you boys. I'm like, come on, you're coming out. And he's, yeah, of course I am.
Keeps him humble, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. And he's loved it. And he's my best mate growing up. And what's good with him, the videos he does, we've had other people, but he's not really from a metal point. Greg, he's put a bit of classiness to the videos, and he tells a story throughout them. And so he's been coming out, and he's went to Europe with us, and Hellfest. It was like, get the picture, Greg, the big picture. And it was so hot, the fucking camera stopped, and he was like, Nally, the fucking camera stopped. And I was like, you wanker. And everyone started booing him, and he was like, no. Like, no. You know, I ruined the Hellfest.
My one job.
Yeah, just proper panicking. But yeah, we've got a lovely little team, and our lighting girl, Julie, she's a French girl, and she cares so much about what she does and the quality she does. It was her first tour, the Orange Goblin one. She works in a venue, Jam Jar in Bristol. But she come out, and I was like, she just blended in, and it was straight away. Like, so I was like, do you know a guy called Del Trotter? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, he's this French guy. So I was showing her all videos of Del Boy speaking French, and she's like, well, that makes no sense. I was like, it does. It really does. So that was it. And there was a couple that we were cracking up on. But yeah, we just got a lovely, lovely lot around us. It's great. I like my mates, so I love touring.
It's beautiful,
Love
mate.
Yeah,
That's yeah. And hopefully you'll be doing a lot more of it off the back of this record. So
fucking
fingers crossed, mate. Well, Joe, it's almost like you read my mind, mate, when you just mentioned Del Boy, because to finish off, got a little either or round for you. Only Fools and Horses special.
Okay.
Basically, mate, I'm just going to give you 2 episodes. You've got to pick one or the other, right?
Right, okay.
I've got 3 rounds. First one is Christmas specials, Mother Nature's Son, or The Frog's Legacy.
The Bane.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, fucking hell. It's like picking children.
I know, mate, sorry.
Mother, Frog's Legacy. I'll pick Frog's Legacy this week. It change every week. Frog's Legacy.
Yeah.
There's a bit where who is it who grabs Boise and kisses him or something?
That's Mike, isn't it? In the is it in the when they're at the wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that. Okay, Frog's Legacy for today. Yeah.
Yeah, and the bit with Del Boy is like where he's like, no, I just need someone who can walk. Yeah, that's it. You're looking for top notch. You're like, it's fucking brilliant. Right, Series 6, Yuppie Love or Danger UXD?
My Yuppie Love has the greatest moment in TV history, but Danger UXD, like UXD it's top.
It's perfect, isn't it? It's a perfect fucking storyline, everything about it.
That season is fucking mental.
It's maybe the greatest in comedy history as far as I'm concerned.
When you think what else you've got in that, quick one, saying that, do you know that they released the Blu-ray of about 5 episodes where they've cleaned it all up?
Oh, really?
And it looks pristine. They clean the audio, the visual. It depends. Jolly Boy's outings on it, and one of them's got a 3-minute clip that was never in it. That's in it. But they've got that documentary coming out with loads of stuff, loads of scenes that were never put in. It's coming out on UK Gold. It's like a 2-hour special.
Oh, mate.
Loads of behind-the-scenes footage and that, and some shots that never apparently made it. They found loads of footage.
I'm all over it.
Yeah, here's the last one.
Last one, Series 7. Stage Fright or the Class of 62?
Fucking hell.
Sorry, mate.
Hang on, Stage Fright is
Tony Angelino. Yeah.
Stage Fright.
It's got to be, isn't it?
Stage Fright.
Like, Class of 62 is great, but fucking hell, mate. Like, the payoff. The payoff when you... it's just...
The way it builds that whole episode.
Yeah.
But there's a bit where he's singing and he's just like, she's great. And then when Tony starts doing it and the crying starts and it pans on him and Del Boy's like, he's mouthing it.
The thing is, that's nearly right at the end of the episode as well. So it's been building up to a joke, which is just because he can't pronounce one letter. Fuck.
Yeah. And then it gets back and then stick with me, Tony, I'll make you witch.
The medley of rock and roll every time, man.
The green grass of home.
Yeah.
that, honestly, so it's hard, isn't it? I fucking love Only Fools. The missus got me a calendar at Christmas, so I tried to put it up at hers. I walked back in the bedroom, it's straight away, it's on the floor.
gone.
And she's like, bro, like, she's like, things happen in the world, and you go, do you know this reminds me of? She goes, it's like some like, well, like some terrible thing that's happened, and you're like, come here, Del Boy once. And she's like, everything that happens, you can relate back to Del Boy. And she was like, you think you're mates with him? And I'm like, well, I am. He's the nation's mate.
Yeah, he's everyone's mate.
Yeah.
We grew up with him.
And she's just like, you're obsessed. And I'll do things and say things, and she's like, oh, nothing. And now sometimes she says them, and she was on the phone earlier, and she said something, and she hit me.
No way, Pedro.
Yeah. I can't remember what she said, and she hit me. She was like, it's your fault. And I was like, what? How can that be my fault? But David Jason's doing evening wins.
Oh, really?
They sell out like I think he's doing like 3 nights in Bournemouth Arena or something.
Fucking hell.
They sell out big time. Like he's only done 4 so far, all gone. But Birmingham, I think, Newcastle, and 3 nights in Bournemouth. And
fucking hell.
A couple of years ago, I went to the Only Fools Expo, and it was Ramo. I was just like, we're queuing for queuing. But one of my favourites, my mum was in Sainsbury's, and she met Mickey Pearce.
Oh, really?
And forget the actor's name, and got a little autograph. But before my mate Ben Murphy was like, lads, like Christmas specials, the 2001s, they're not great. I'm not a big fan of the last 3 Christmas specials. There's moments. I like the Gary episode. I hate. I think it's tacky. Like I think it's like Yank comedy.
Yeah.
But Ben Murphy comes in. It's the first one, right? And he comes in school and he went, "Boys, I've got some fucking news for you. Do you know it's an Only Fools and Horses special?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he went, "There's a bit where they're going to be on a plane." And we're like, "Right, okay. How do you know?" And he went, "Because my dad's in it." We're like, "No." He went, "My dad's in it." And I was like, "What?" And he went, "He's sitting right behind Del Boy, right behind David Jason." We're like, "What?" And he went, "He's wearing a blue shirt or something." I can't remember what it was. I fucking can't remember off the top of my head. And we're like, "No." And he went, "I can't believe it. It's like the family dream. We love Only Fools." So, right, well, Christmas Eve there, got some of me mates around, blah, blah, blah. Like Ben Murphy's dad's kind of thing. Like, the scene comes, it's the point of his elbow. So we go into school on the following thing, and he comes in, silence, and it's just like, waiting for someone. He's like, "Your dad's got a lovely elbow there, mate." And he's just like, fuck off. The dramas is called. Yeah,
They'd all gathered round.
Yeah, 50 people in the flat, mate. And it's his elbow. He's told us he's got a line in everything.
Oh, mate.
Quality. But check out getting them Blu-rays. It's insane, especially if Jolly Boy's outing.
I'm all over it. As soon as we're off, I'm all over it.
Yeah, it's like 30 quid, but I can't remember what ones you get in there, but as long as Jolly Boys is in there, that's
quid well spent, isn't it?
That's got to be the greatest, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's number one, isn't it?
Yeah.
100%, mate. Joe, cheers for joining us, mate. Again, It's been an absolute pleasure, dude. And good luck with the record.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see you out and about on the road at some point, or down
Brighton. Time, I don't know if you boys, I mean, you've got the record, but if you're around next Thursday, we're doing this thing at this Thursday. Hey, it's this Thursday. No, fucking hell. Yeah, the Thursday coming at Raven Records. We're doing like a playback. If you're about, what have you, I don't know if anyone's going to turn up. I'm got to be honest, I'm a little bit.
I'll be rammed, mate.
Yeah, they will, mate. They will.
Rammed.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and I can't wait. And I really fought for it to be the week before, because I was like, if it's the night before, I would just be, I better wait at home. But the week before, I feel like it gives them something.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? And they wanted it to be a signing. We did one signing, and I was like, we ain't sitting down meeting people. We'll stand up and meet them. They're being respectful to come to ask for an autograph. I'm not sitting down and hand me a piece of paper.
Yeah.
was like, no, we'll sign anything. We printed off loads of set lists,
Oh,
signed
beautiful.
all of them from Bloodstock, and we sort of stood up and met everyone. I just thought, I know people probably think I'm mad. The thought of sitting down and having people walk up to me, I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
no,
Like
yeah. I'm like, I'm on a level. Like we just try to be normal lads to just like having a laugh. And I'm like, I'll meet you face to face. I'll have a chat and ask you a question. I'm not having this being rushed. I, yeah, I thought no one was going to come to that, and it was lovely and busy. But yeah, it's just I just couldn't face doing our own thing. So I was like, I want to be standing there, and we'll put a couple of like a one or two, like 200 behind the bar, and everyone can have a beer or whatnot. So yeah, I think it'd
beautiful.
be good if people come.
Yeah, they will, mate. They will. I
We'll
reckon
see. We'll
it'll be a
see.
good old night. Yeah, I'll try and make it along, mate. If I can get out of work early enough,
Yeah.
I'll make it up there, mate. Yeah, so yeah, Set Fire to Sky, January 30th, Spine Farm. Don't fucking miss it. We will be back very soon. Until then, it's not goodbye, everyone. It's just bonjour.